Imagine all the editing software, and among them, CapCut decides to compete with After Effects. It feels like the tale of an epic battle, where every step is a challenge. But if we push ourselves to the edge, we just might unlock the power to achieve professional results in CapCut. I dug into the app and found some techniques that can elevate your edits, even with its limitations. Techniques that are easy to do. These methods can improve your editing style and give them a whole new shine. After all, maybe it's just a tale, but why not grab our tools and aim for a professional result and do it all for free? But first, let's talk about masking, a technique that gives us a lot of options to create amazing videos. If we look at the history of masking, before digital editing software even existed, it was already a professional technique used in analog filmmaking. Back then, filmmakers would physically cut and paint portions of the film to mix different scenes together or hide certain parts. Despite having fewer tools, they were able to create incredible effects. But what about now? What can we do with masking today? For example, imagine I import an image into CapCut, and there's something in the picture I don't like. By using masking, I can simply remove or hide that part. This got me thinking. Masking isn't just for hiding parts of an image or cutting out sections. What if we could do more? What if we could use masking to create a glowing effect around an object? This idea sparked some exciting possibilities, and that's what we're going to explore in this tutorial. Let's start by adding our logo into the timeline. Press Ctrl-C to copy and Ctrl-V to paste. Select the bottom layer and scale it slightly up. If I hide the top layer, you'll see the duplicate version, which is a bit bigger. While the bottom layer is selected, go to the adjustment layer. Let's make it as bright as we can by increasing the exposure, white, and highlight to the maximum. Also, change the temperature to blue. Next, go to the Effects section and search for Blur. Add the blur to the second layer and set the blur amount to 60. Now, go to the Mask section and add a mask. Choose the Split mode. You can increase the feather by grabbing this icon and pulling it up, or you can simply go to Feather and set the feather amount to 50. Now, if I rotate the mask, you'll see it creates the orienting outline effect. So, let's add a keyframe for the rotation of the mask. At the beginning of the clip, add a keyframe, then move a couple of seconds forward and increase the rotation significantly, adding another keyframe. And that's how we create this shiny outline effect in CapCut. And that's not all. You can use this technique to create jaw-dropping videos, like the famous car edits you see on TikTok and Instagram. We've already seen what CapCut can do, but that's just a glimpse of the possibilities. Like the AI tools CapCut has, such as the lip sync feature or AI avatar maker. But I'm about to introduce a tool that is 10 times easier and of much higher quality than what CapCut offers. Let me introduce you to Humva. It's a super easy to use platform that lets you create amazing avatars in just a few simple steps. Humva has a ton of pre-made avatars, including green screen options. All you need to do is pick one, add your audio or text, choose a voice, and let Humva create a speaking avatar for you. Oh, and of course, you can create your own custom avatar with just one photo. Grab any photo with a face directly facing the camera and import it into Humva. Select a voice or import your audio, choose your topic and aspect ratio, and let Humva generate a bunch of different versions for you. Pick the one you like, and just like that, you have your own custom avatar. It's that simple. And the best part? To celebrate its official launch, Humva is offering the first month for just 10 cents. All you have to do is use the code I've put in the comments and check out to try it. This is a limited offer by Humva and is available to only the first 1,000 users. This video is sponsored by Humva, and we're thankful for such a cool tool they're offering. Now, let's get back to our tricks. Time to create a spotlight mask. This technique is one of my favorites because it's easy to create. First, add a text layer to the timeline and type your text. Change the font to Rubik and set the color to yellow. Then, go to the glow section, enable it, and adjust the intensity to 35 and the range to 85. Now, create a compound clip for the text. Go to the mask section and choose a circle mask. Set the feather to 20. Okay, let's make our mask a little bit smaller. Now, I want to add some keyframes to the position and adjust the mask position at different times in the clip. One keyframe before the last. Add a keyframe for size, and at the final keyframe, increase the mask size. Let's add keyframe easing. Right-click on the clip, go to Keyframe Animation. Select all Position X keyframes, and from the Curves preset, choose Cubic Out. Do the same for Position Y. Hide the keyframe animation, and that's it. Now, let's move on to the next trick, Squish and Stretch, a technique we use a lot in animation and motion graphics. I'm going to demonstrate this technique using a logo. So let's add our logo to the timeline. Now, scale it down a little and turn off uniform scale to separate the width and height scaling. We only need to adjust the scale height, so let's add a keyframe at the beginning of the clip. Then, move 20 frames forward and decrease the height until the logo squishes perfectly. A few frames later, add another keyframe and set the height back to the original value, which in my case is 70%. Now, at the second keyframe, I also want to add a rotation keyframe. And at the last keyframe, I'll add another rotation keyframe and set the value to 360. If I play it now, it looks a bit plain and boring, so let's add keyframe easing. Right-click and go to Keyframe Animation. For the scale keyframes, I'll select the first two keyframes and apply the Cubic Out preset. Then, I'll select the second and last keyframes and apply the Rebound Out preset. I'll also adjust the keyframes to form a horizontal S shape, as you can see on the screen. Let's go to the rotation keyframes, select both, and apply the Circle Out preset from the Curve menu. Now, let's play the animation. Now, it's time for the last trick, Light Sweep, which I use a lot in my videos. It's super easy to make and professional to use. Let's add the logo to the timeline and scale it down a bit. Now, duplicate the layer by pressing Ctrl-C and Ctrl-V. While selecting the top layer, go to the Adjustment section to make it as bright as possible. I'm going to increase all the options in the lightness section to the maximum, except for the contrast, which I'll decrease to the minimum. Go to the Mask section and add a mask, choosing Rectangle. I'm going to squish the mask size, make it thinner, and rotate it just like this. Also, by grabbing this icon and pulling it, it will add feathering. Now, go to the beginning of the clip, add a position keyframe, and place the mask right above the screen. A few frames forward, move the mask down to the left. Okay, let's add keyframe easing for this one as well. Select both keyframes on position X, and from the Curves preset, choose Cubic In. Do the same for the Y position as well. You can also move the second keyframe a little forward if it's too fast. And that's it. While these techniques may seem simple, combining them when creating or editing can give animations and edits a unique touch. After almost 7 episodes of CapCut tutorials, we've decided to do an activity with you. I want you to make a video using everything you've learned from this channel so far. If you've already made one, Just share the link in the comments and give a brief explanation of what program you used. We'll go through all the videos, analyze them, and give you tips to help improve your edits. We might not know each other personally, but so far, this channel has built an amazing community, and we truly want to make an impact on your editing style. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back with a new video soon.